All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 1, Episode 11.
We're off the clock now, baby.
We get
Time
and a half. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So, does he get a 50% power boost? Does he get a 150% power boost? Does this lead to a point where he actually thinks that he should stand his ground against Mahito and he dies?
Who knows? Maybe
we're here for you. I'm even repping the JoJo stuff, so you get your, if you were to fight all out, you would never lose.
Right, because it's Kiryu Shikage.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe we'll actually find out that this is the 1 day a month overtime day, where it's just overtime but no extra pay thing. I heard that is a thing in some areas of Japan. That would really suck if it was like,
that's cruel.
No, it's the first time I do this in a month. Damn it. But no. But okay.
But yeah, okay. Y'all, we're hyped. So let's just jump right into it. I just love the way he ties the tie.
It's so freaking awesome.
Oh, this music.
Work-life balance is important, so I don't want to be doing this for a long time.
He put limiters on, Jacob. 20% this whole time.
And he's telling him about it to make it more powerful.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hell yeah, let's go math.
He's going into detail.
It's like, you are not going to be around to care about this. Jeez. Wait, what? He's still playing a battle of attrition?
Right.
No, okay. No way. Wait, whoa!
Oh, shit!
Oh, he's just hitting the entire environment.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Shit. Oh! Yes!
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, Nanami!
And that's all before the OP! See, his name might be Mahito, but what he doesn't realize is that Nanami, after work, enjoys a mojito.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
That was awesome.
A little bit of cursed blood in there.
Exactly.
There was a little bit in there.
I was so worried that he was like, it was gonna be like super cool and awesome, but then he'd end up getting taken out or something. And I guess technically he's not out of the
fight is not over.
Yeah.
Fight is not over. All he has to do is just bust out of that, and then the chase resumes. Just chase him down again. Do it, Yuji. Yes.
Yeah.
While he's still calling. Well, that is unfortunate. Wait.
Oh my god.
He's
Covered for that pretty well.
Yeah.
でも一応俺の上司みたいな人が来るまで待ってくんない？いいけど。Thank you.
Oh my god.
映画館で何見てたの？
This is great.
私のリバイバル上映だから言ってもわかんないよ。
いいから。
ミミズ人間3。
あれ超つまんねえよ。
Ah!
そのせいで何回殴られたことか。
殴られた。
Oh my god.
本当にね。でも2は面白い。
でも2はちょっと面白かったな。
そうなんだよ。2だけは楽しみ方があるんだよ。
Gojo? Oh, this guy. Oh,
okay.
Shit.
映画好きなの？
ちょい事情があってさ。ここ最近は
Jennifer Lawrence, bring it up.
ちゃんと映画館でってわけじゃねえんだよな。
やっぱり映画館で面白い作品引いた時の感動はでかい。
True. Haven't been able to do that recently.
最後に
Yeah.
たっけ？
Ah, right. Oh, what was the last
だ
time?
ったら連れてってよ。
Yes! Just
Awesome.
just pushing his way into his life. Like, here,
Yeah.
put your number in.
母さん。
Oh.
ところで珍
Oh, whoa!
Okay.
さっき会ったばかり
さっき会ったばかりだけど友達になれそうで
Oh.
本当仲良くしてやってね。
お母さんネギ似合わないっすね
お、わかるネギ似合わない女目指してんの。
何言ってんだ
What are you?
ユージ君、どう晩飯食べてくない
Yes!
Oh.
迷惑だろ
あ私の飯が迷惑
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's
Well
that?
done, Mom.
I haven't eaten a proper meal in 2 weeks.
So is he coming to recover Mahito? Or.
Yeah.
Oh, he finally gets out. Wow.
Slimes his way out. Cool.
Oh,
味方によ
dang.
らず無茶するなあの術師
吉野純平の自宅に
Ah!
それはちょっと
大丈夫大丈夫じゃあ俺これから晩飯だから
晩飯で
Jana!
私もすぐ向かいます。違和感を抱いたらすぐ逃げてください。たとえ吉野純平がこの事件に加害者側として関
I
わ
love
って
how
い
he's
たと
so
しても
panicky worried. It's
Yeah.
like, you have nothing to
す
worry
ぐ
about
やら
here.
れるようなことはないでしょう。これは監督する立場として大失態。
Oh.
チャランポランなゴメさんならまだしも
Watch, and then Gojo steps in immediately.
さんに叱られたら
Or Nanami steps in. One of them. Come on.
Cried.
私この年で人前で泣きたくないです。
I love him. He's
Yuji
great.
is amazing! Ah!
より早い連絡。はい叱られる。はいごめんなさい。
Apologizing
今
already.
位置情報を送ったのでピックアップお願いします。
すぐ虎杖君と合流そちらに向かいます。
一緒にいないんで。
You totally just spilled the
Yeah, you are an idiot!
モノボケモノボケ
Do something funny with these.
ウィルソン
Oh my god! Yes! We literally. Oh.
正解
Yes!
私わかんない
Ah! And this
Oh,
one.
she doesn't get it. That is amazing.
This is wonderful. Oh, so wholesome.
Yeah.
Good. So she passes out, so that these two can just one-on-one hang
の
out.
母ちゃん
Yeah.
Yep.
いい人だな
God, I love the pop culture references in this show.
学校
Oh. Dad's gone.
虎杖君のお母さんはどんな人？
Yeah. Great
あ
question.
俺会ったことねえんだわ
Hmm.
父ちゃんはうっすら記憶あんだけど
Hmm.
俺にはじいちゃんがいたから
Hmm. Yeah, realizing the similarities and that they might have lost a lot, you know,
Yeah.
family-wise, you know.
Mm-hmm.
いやーこれから映画だからはいはいじゃあ2時間後に
虎杖君は呪術師
I love it.
おう言ってよかったのかな
人を殺したことある。
ない
でもいつか悪い呪術師と戦ったりするよね。その時はどうするの？
それでも殺したくはないな
なんで？悪いやつだよ。
なんつうか一度人を殺したら殺すって選択肢が俺の生活に入り込む
Would
と思う
force its way into my life.
命
Wow.
の価値が曖昧になって大切な人の価値までわからなくなるのが俺は怖い
That is such a wise ahead of his
Yeah.
answer.
Damn.
げもうこんな時間片付けないと何
Shit.
Oh no.
Shit. 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 Shit.
指
No.
Damn it.
No.
Come on. Really?
吉野純平の自宅から実母吉野凪の遺体とむき出しのスクナの指福左腕小指が見つかる。
Wow.
吉野凪はスクナの指によって寄せられた呪霊に襲われたとみられ
So
る。
who
遺体は腰から下が欠損していた。
dropped
現場には目視で確認可能な血痕は
who
なく、
dropped the finger there?
吉野凪の遺体
I
は
don't know.
寝室に横たわっており、
この仕事をしている限り君もいつか人を殺さなければいけない時が
Yeah.
でもそれは今ではない。理解してください。子供であるということは決して罪ではない。
Well said.
君にはこれから吉野純平の監視をお願いします。
Yeah, and you can do so much there.
これはスクナといって呪いを呼び寄せる呪物なんだ。
Wow.
そんなものがうちに。
Wow.
人を呪うことで金を稼いでいる呪詛師は多い。そういう連中の仕業だろう。コネと
Really?
金さえあれば人なんて簡単に呪い殺せるんだよ。心当たりはないかい？ 君や母親を恨んでいる人間もしくは金と暇を持て余した薄暗い人間に。
何あの黒いの。
Oh crap.
And they can see that.
Yeah.
闇より入れて闇より黒く、その汚れをみそに払え。
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
whoa,
shit.
The two of them?
Yeah.
内からは出られない、外からは入れる。あくまで呪力の弱い人間はだけど。
住宅地点の全国地のない帳。
Okay.
すぐに窓が通報するだろう。
大丈夫じゃないかな。順平が少ない器を引き当てた時点で流れはできて
Wow.
るんだ。二人をぶつけて虎杖裕二に少な優位の縛りを課す。
Jeez, okay.
All right.
それより良かったな、あの指貴重なものなんだろ。
Oh, okay. So he set this
少
up.
年院の指はすぐに虎杖裕二が取り込んでしまったからね。吉野順平の家に仕掛けた方は高専に回収させたい。
Right,
Okay.
gonna have him absorb it, yeah.
悪巧み。
それじゃ私はおいとまさせてもらうよ。
Yeah, this guy is... This
Yeah.
guy is very much pulling, like,
Uh-huh.
manipulating things from the shadows.
死にはしないよ。なんで
Oh, crap.
知っているのか。何が起こっているか。
Oh.
ちゃんと見ててね。お前、その傷。
Oh, those are all the cigarettes that they've.
あれをうちに置いたのお前か。
何の話だ。なんだよ。
まだ自分が質問を質問で返せる立場だと思っているのか。
Oh, no!
質問の答えがイエスでもノーでも。だって僕にお前の嘘を見抜く術はないし、そうされるだけのことをお前はしてきたからね。
Oh.
だから
Yeah, Yuji,
right.
come on!
何してんだよ順平。
God.
引っ込んでろよ呪術師。
Oh, okay.
Shit,
this next
man.
episode's gonna be good.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh. And Yuji's probably gonna be like no one's gonna be able to come in to help him, you
Yeah.
know?
That turned on a fucking dime.
I know, I
It
know.
was like, yeah, happy, good times watching a movie, all that stuff, and then all of a sudden his mom's dead.
Yep.
踊り割りに IH 口コンロは視聴者野球手比叡山香り松茸味しめし秋の気配が消えていく愛する者の涙とともに
あ
呪術廻戦第12話血塗られたもみじ狩り狩られているのはその心
That was hilarious. Instead of having a Jujutsu Stroll classic, they kind of memed on what the next episode is going to be like, and almost like we know you're totally expecting
Right.
a cooking episode next.
Yeah, naturally.
Naturally. But the problem is that range. It does not have the capacity.
Kendo Akari
staring at the food like,
Yeah.
Judging you. Your food is insufficient.
Oh my God. God damn it.
Well,
I gotta give props to this show because they lured us in. They lured us in. In that first episode with the grandpa dying, that was something that was a very, very quick about face of, hey,
right.
quick attachment, and then immediately kill off a character, and
it didn't really lure us in as much.
It didn't lure us in as much. That one was a bit more like predictable, right? But with this now as like a second instance of that kind of happening, but to a much more effective degree.
Much more effective.
The creator has a talent for setting up characters that are then characters to tragically die without making it seem like it. Because if you get a whiff that this is a tragic death buildup, that can take away some of the impact of it, right?
Sure.
And I didn't get any of that from the mom, and I'm pissed because the mom was awesome, right? The mom was a great character. The little idiosyncrasies and things that they did to show that they have a relationship, right? That isn't perfect, right? You know, but they have each other, and it makes sense then why Yoshino hasn't flipped out yet, right?
Yeah.
Not truly, because he still has someone to keep him tethered.
He has
right?
a relatively safe place at home. And
Yep.
even though it's one
Oh,
that's
God.
insufficient in a lot of ways.
Oh, no wonder he didn't want her to smoke.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yep. Yep. So here we are. We got the high school set up. We've got the bully being psychically, telekinetically held by Yoshino.
Yep.
Yuji busts in here because he's like, no, I am gonna help. Nanami, you're not gonna keep me back from here. But the thing is that Nanami warned him, like, you need to be careful about these kinds of things. You might end up in a situation where you could get someone else killed.
Right.
And this is the thing. If Yuji gets involved with this here, and he ends up, well, doing too much to help Yoshino, Mahito comes in, and he's like, and he gets his a little bit more hands-on with Yoshino, and he's like, yeah, you really think you can help here? You really think you're doing some good here, boy? Like,
what
I'm
I love
really
though
worried.
is that
really worried
is that if Mahito starts to step in, then that could be the thing where suddenly their ploy gets thrown out into the light, and then hopefully
that's the thing. But that's the thing. The problem is not about whether or not the ploy gets thrown out into the light. It's about the fact that the ploy has nothing really to do with Yoshino.
Yeah.
The grand plan of it, Yoshino is just a means to an end.
through Yuji, yeah.
Yep. So once they realize that, this isn't going to work out necessarily, bye, Yoshino.
Yep.
You have nothing more to give them here.
Right.
So this is a really terrifying thing, not because Yuji could end up in danger or making a pact with Sukuna, because in some ways he has to at some point make a stronger pact with Sukuna, because this show is going to get more and more intense as he eats more fingers.
Yep, and the characters that want Sukuna will make sure to make that happen.
They'll do a good job of, at the very least, feeding Sukuna's strength so that he eventually has either too much will to have Yuji be able to resist it, or just to where it's going to be a constant battle and Yuji will just get worn out trying to resist Sukuna. So that's its own thing.
But the real thing is what's the cost, basically.
What's the cost? Yep.
The collateral damage. The fact that Yoshino's life was starting to take a turn for the better. It
was. Like, I loved the movie references as being that was a thing to set up how they bonded. Because the forced training bit with Gojo was entirely a joke.
Yeah,
right?
It was arbitrary. Right? It was funny to have that Lord of the Rings reference in there, but
But no.
Yeah.
No. It was a convenient setup. A convenient setup for a character to come in later who connects with people via his consumption of media. Right. And the thing is that Yuji, before this, I didn't give a shit about movies, probably.
Unless they had Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, yeah, maybe. But that all being said, the fact that he's like, oh, yeah, I can connect with this guy through that. Yeah, absolutely. Now, he can tell. I mean, Yuji's relatively empathic. Yeah, I think he could tell that this boy needed a friend. But in a lot of ways, Yuji could use a friend too.
Sure.
Like, Yuji's going through a
Gojo
really...
isn't exactly a great friend.
No, and Megumi and Nobara are great, but like, he can't be around them right now. He has to pretend that he's dead. And when he comes back, they're not going to be like immediately thrilled to see him. They're going to be like, "Oh my God, you're alive! What the fuck, dude? Yeah, exactly. So this is the thing where he kind of needs a peer, someone that can be right there alongside him with this. And I really love how the OP kind of gives us this like warm salve of like, don't worry. We're gonna have at the very least some kind of like, wholesome kind of connection there where you can bring in everyone and have a little picnic and stuff.
And yet, is that the lulling into the false sense of security?
Exactly, because that was a dream. Everything in the OP is a dream. Yeah, that's kind of the thing of where it begins and ends with the stuff flaring up from within him. That's Sukuna.
Right.
And then it goes and recedes, and then he goes back to sleep.
It's... because, okay. Man, this episode was absolutely fantastic because we haven't even talked yet about the whole idea of the fight between freaking
Mahito and Nanami.
And Nanami, right? Because that was what I was the most worried about, concerned about, excited about going into this episode.
There was a genuine reason as to why Nanami could die because he had basically saved Yuji in some ways by going in and taking this fight,
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that whole thing was a spectacle. wonderful. It was
incredible.
awesome.
We now have a cool way to understand what would happen if Nanami fought Mahito again.
Yeah.
Is that he would have to kite him again and force a drawn out encounter until overtime, and then Mahito would probably be able to be someone that he could actually fight seriously. But Mahito is just constantly getting stronger.
Yeah, it's the RPG where it's no, you're not leveling up. The enemy's leveling up.
Yeah,
the
enemy is the one playing the RPG. You're an NPC.
Yeah. Good luck. So
you better hope you rolled well.
Yep. And it's a great way to basically have Nanami be okay, right? And also build up his badassery and all that stuff and whatnot. While at the same time building up that foreboding sense of, oh yeah, this is not good.
A T-1000 or a
exactly.
Or what have you, and he's just
you don't
constantly
kill him.
No, you just slow him down. But at this point, it's not about slowing him down literally. It's about slowing him down progressionally, like with regards to how he's actually acquiring not just new techniques, but new knowledge with regards to how to interact with cursed energy. So the idea that, Jogo, for instance, was a real problem because Gojo needed to be the one to face him because he had like a domain expansion technique.
Right.
Which is like a bankai in this world. So it's like you don't just send kids to deal with that. You don't just send your merc salary man who's like probably, strong, but not that strong.
Right, exactly. He escaped Mahito.
Exactly. He did not beat Mahito.
Yeah.
He basically CC'd him for like a minute. And he's like, and the fight's over. I can leave whenever I want now.
Yep.
But he took a hit. And so if this ends up in a situation where both the Sukuna vessel, with regards to the Jujutsu sorcerer, kind of side of things, is locked inside this space with Mahito, and Gojo can't enter because as far as he described, he said, I made it so some could enter, but they would have to have weak cursed energy.
Basically,
which is basically Yuji. Now, I would say that maybe it's weak in that it's like from Mahito's perspective. So he's letting in potentially a ton of people that are strong. And Nanami is underneath that category, or maybe even some of the students. And Gojo is like, shit, I can't enter, but I need a squad. I need 3 people to go in now. Like,
and that could be a great way to get the main cast.
Yeah, it's Yuji in there
on this problem, right? But the other thing is that they mentioned that like the Windows will figure this out eventually. Now,
Windows might be a shorthand term for Jujutsu sorcerers who watch the environment.
Yep, and what I'm guessing is that Yuji is in a sense a first responder kind of here, right? And he gets in, but we don't see the circumstances that lead him to knowing that this was happening. And then running in.
So there could be some time. There
could be some time. There could theoretically be a line of Jujutsu sorcerers outside that are like, shit, what do we do? And then Yuji's just is like, wait, Yoshino's in there? Boom, and then he sprints in, right?
My immediate thought is that he talked enough with Yoshino that he knew that this was coming up on school day.
Yeah.
And he could tell at the very least that if this guy had problems, it was probably originating at school. So we just have an off-screen kind of realization from him of, if things are going down in a negative way, it's probably at his school. And then all he has to do is run around with his stupid energy and stupid strength. And he sees big purple wall coming up above his school. And he's like...
As he's running, he dials, and it's like, I forget the guy's name, but the chauffeur.
I think.
Yeah. Ijichi, yeah. Ijichi. So I'm running into this place. There's a super veil or whatever. Wait, what? That's probably not Yoshino's doing. Anyway, I think he might be in trouble.
You shouldn't go in. I'm gonna go in. Fuck no! You're literally not supposed to do that.
Well, I'll be done in 2 hours. Okay, a couple hours.
I loved Ijichi this episode so much.
Good.
There is something. There is something cool, world building wise, straight up about the fact that Ijichi exists.
Yes.
It is the reason why they need help from the kids. Is that the people like Ijichi are there.
Yep.
But he is not strong enough to deal with the legit battle problems.
Right.
So we need to actually have as many people as possible working on this. So Ijichi is like, I'm just facilitating, the organization and the direction and all this stuff of all these people that are way stronger than me. But I'm middle management. I'm just doing my best here. I'm a person. I can't like
right. He feels like an adult Usopp or a Moomin Rider or like, you know, the person who's like
but he can't be in there. Usopp and Moomin Rider are similar in that they want to be the hero and go out and do the thing.
It's the more realistic versions of that where it's just the no. All he does is he is in the car and tries to manage the kids and like, you know, get the other like true jujutsu sorcerers around and like
to me he kind of feels even more like Simon Pegg in the Mission Impossible films. Like he's just getting Ethan Hunt like as much support as he can, and coordinating teams and stuff. But he's the guy in the chair basically,
and not as cool as the people in the chair usually are.
No, because those guys usually have hacking abilities.
Right. He doesn't do the thing where he, you know, smacks onto the keyboard and then miracles
the plot
happen.
Warps around.
Exactly.
Mission succeeding.
Right.
And all that.
He's just the guy that's like,
I have a cell phone.
I have a cell phone.
That gives me a lot of power.
I have a driver's license. You know.
Honestly, that's my favorite thing about Jujutsu Kaisen so far. Is it's set in a believable modern world.
Yes.
And most anime are actually set closer to like what I would assume the 80s to 90s are, so they can get around the whole, oh no, we can't talk to this person. It's like, pick up a cell phone and call them.
No, it is one of those things, and you know, they were even watching horror movies and stuff this episode, but like the plot of almost every horror movie is solved by a cell phone. It's just, oh shit, police, 911, you know, like Yeah. Oh no, cell service is down.
Oh no, yeah.
What do we do?
I actually love how much this show has characters holding their phones, using their phones, interacting with their phones.
It's great.
It feels like we're in, you know, the
actually
21st
century
or something, the 21st century. Yeah, exactly. But like later, like as late as we can get in the 21st century with our current world and stuff. So anyway, random detail, but freaking Yoshino, I need this friendship. And I need it to be this is the origin point of their friendship.
Yeah.
Where at the very least we have someone being talked down from the bridge. Like I want
a very different kind of bridge.
Yes, a very different kind of bridge.
It's something where there, whenever we watch this show, I feel like there are things that I can just see where it's the yes, this is totally a love letter to shonen and to a bunch of other things too. You know, hence all the pop culture references, right?
Right.
But like the you know, evil spirits and things like that, it makes me think Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, things like that, right?
Right.
But then there's stuff like this and it's like, oh, this takes me back to like, you know, Krona and Soul Eater.
Sure.
You know, and it's like, oh man. And that was my favorite part about that whole series. And I like this more. Like I feel like this is that
it just gets into it so quickly. I think that's the thing with Jujutsu Kaisen is that they have a lot of things that they want to go through. And in some ways, they sacrifice a little bit of the character build-up for just having those punchy, immediate conflicts that get brought up here. But I actually really think that the build-up for this was just enough.
Yep.
Like that's just
right. It's
not too much, not too little.
Right.
It's just right.
Yeah.
We legitimately bought when he does the castaway switch, and the mom didn't get the reference.
Yep.
And then
he does it with the leak, you know.
Yeah, and then
fire.
Right. I loved that so much.
That was amazing.
But it was the fact that the mom went and looked at her son and went, and smiled because she was like, I don't need to share in this moment here.
Right.
In some ways, you could tell that one of the things that made her a good mom and also maybe an annoying mom was that she pushed her way every once in a while into his life.
Sure.
And that's something that he as a teen probably doesn't like all the time. But not only that, he is dealing with stuff that he is probably actively withholding from her. So she's probably been meeting resistance of like, oh, I can't step into this here. But then this was a moment where she's like, I don't feel even the need or desire to. They are having their own thing here. And I love how quickly Yuji was able to shift things away from him just being like, look, I'm really cool and the mom really likes me. That's great. Yeah. That's a very like cute thing. But when you're meeting someone for the first time and you end up showing that you have more camaraderie with like one of their family members, it can feel a little bit like
replaced, or
you can feel like, why am I even here? Like, And are you looking to connect with me, or are you looking to just look cool? because in some ways my mom is predisposed to try and make your time here as fun as possible because she's wanting to be the host, right?
And my mom is more socially like
adept
than I am because
she's older.
She's older, and I've been having all these issues with the school is the social like learning space, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
I love how Yuji handled that.
And also,
really
I gotta say, the things that they did to characterize the mom were fantastic. Like the whole thing of when she was talking about like, hey, you don't have to go to school if you don't want to. That's okay. Like, yeah, it's one little aquarium and all that stuff. She tries to have her like her awesome moment,
wise line.
Yeah, her wise line. But what she's saying is actually pretty cool. And given that in the OP, he's got the jellyfish behind him, Yoshino does. That means that apparently the aquarium type stuff, those analogies and stuff, maybe it actually landed
something there. Yeah,
maybe he's going to really remember that. And because having a character,
that's such a cool catch,
having a character that's a mentor figure, give those moments of wisdom and the things that the mentee will will latch onto, even
mentor-y, but
mentor-y, but will basically latch onto even if they don't appreciate it right away.
Yes,
that is then the thing that they will remember once the mentor is gone.
It's gone, right?
It is very hard to set that up in a way that is believable and doesn't give away the fact that this person is going to die in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that was really, really like gut punch there.
Yeah,
and I would say that as far as a desire to protect kind of typical shonen kind of encounter here, this is perfect for Yuji. Because
oh my God,
Yuji has not shown, I would say, serious vulnerability to Yoshino yet. But I think he will here.
Yeah.
Because there's the aspect of where he's like, no. I can't have you basically end up falling into the thing that terrifies me about, well, gaining all this power as I try to, find myself a good time and place to die, basically.
Yeah.
So this is not your time and place, Yoshino, to kill who you were, like who that old person of you is.
Right.
So come with me. I'll be there for you.
And they already even had the conversation about.
They already did,
about killing. Like.
Yep.
And I love that it works so well because the fact that Yoshino brings it up, it's something that
he's thought about it.
Because he's thought about killing people, but it's also the whole thing of if you're supposed to be the enemy, then I need to find some way that I can basically not trust you, hate you or whatever, right? Or can I trust you, right? Because I like hanging out with you and all that stuff, but have you killed people, And maybe it's even him searching for some camaraderie or connection of what is it like, because I've been close to crossing that line. And then Yuji gives his amazing response, right?
Yeah, that response is so good.
Just so good. Because that question, I really feel like is not brought up enough in stories, especially when they're like young adult stories and things like that, because we can want the action and the adventure and the fighting, the baddies and all that stuff.
Whatever the baddie thing is usually so inhuman in some ways that they're okay with killing.
Well, and the bat and having the baddie be something that actually is inhuman to avoid that question is one of the better solutions that I've seen. Because when it's not, then what you end up getting is you just demonize the enemy and then you kill them, and that's not exactly some transcendent big lesson for people to learn, right? So the idea that here it's actually brought up, and that even Nanami is like, hey, I don't want you to have to kill anyone. Being a kid is not a sin, right?
Yeah.
That's what you are right now, and I'm gonna try and make sure that you can stay that way a bit longer, right? That's good stuff.
That's really good stuff.
And to have that then be the thing that sets us up for this next conflict, because it is not about whether or not Yuji will make a pact with Sukuna.
No,
it's whether or not he can save Yoshino.
Yep.
And I
Yeah, and the really cool thing with this is there is no real plot armor around Yoshino here.
Yep.
Like, in terms of what he represents to Mahito, it's probably more than what he represents to Geto.
Yes.
Geto is pulling a very, like, Aizen-style manipulation of the inner demon within, Yuji kind of set up here to probably bring about a true incarnation of Sukuna.
Yep.
But that's its own, like, kind of main plot thing. Right now, we're in the personal story of Yoshino,
right?
Mahito, even actually a little bit, because Mahito has said that he actually likes spending time with Yoshino. So I would say on some level what he's trying to do is he's trying to create a peer that he can then spend plenty of time with. And there's like a twisted, like, not seduction, but like a twisted, like
mind if I take a stab at it?
Yeah, a form of like therapy or something like that.
So Nanami kind of explained what it is.
Oh, okay.
Is that Mahito is still a child.
Ah, right,
he is
right.
also looking for a friend, right? And that's why it's the perfect sort of nega, balance of Mahito and Yuji, because both of them can be Yoshino's friend, right? It's just a question of what kind of friends do you want, right? And that's something that he hasn't had, right? Because the people that, like the teacher, for instance, oh, you're friends with those boys, right? Like that's something that Mahito probably does actually want, right?
Yeah.
But Yoshino, what are you going to choose? And the thing is that I absolutely buy that he is in this level of desperation where he would choose
Mahito.
Yeah, he would choose Mahito, and that's well, it's something that I would not hope for him. Why I would not wish for him.
Right.
I cannot fault him for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Because he empowers the desire that he has to get rid of these bullies.
Well, yeah,
and to not bullshit his way through it and pretend that it's all okay.
Right. To feel strong.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's the wonderful poetry of Yuji coming along, is that in a lot of ways he undercuts that strength.
He does.
And then replaces it with a different kind. Right.
Yeah.
And we were this close to greatness, right?
Yeah.
Like Yoshino had the moment where he's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to, thinking about his mom and everything, and which is again great foreshadowing that's expertly concealed, and then all of a sudden, oh, she's gone, she's dead, and he shows up in his school uniform for the first time, not because it's the school uniform and he's going to school, but because it's the only black thing he has, and he's in mourning.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it's his mom's specifically.
Right. Yeah.
And so he's coming on the warpath, basically.
Yep.
I'm wearing her colors to be like, this is what you took from me. This is all I have left of her now.
Yep. And this is the only other thing you gave me. Like when he pushed his hair aside and we see the burn marks, that oh my God.
It hits really well, and I'm so glad you pointed out the thing with why she doesn't want to because I was gonna bring it up eventually too, but I was gonna wait for it to be more of a thing that's brought up. But you were like, no, like that's exactly why he doesn't like to see her smoke. But I think what's really cool is what's maybe even implied here, because I want to adjust a little bit of my observations here, is it might be that she knows that that's what's happened because she's an adult. She's not stupid. Like all she has to do is just, she probably can't keep her eyes like off of her boy. She's like, I'm always like looking at him to make sure that he's okay. And all she had to do is probably catch the slightest little like glint of it behind his hair. And she's like, I know exactly what's going on. And so she, who probably gets a lot of peace and relaxation out of smoking, is like, it's not actually about whether or not he wants me to quit smoking. He would like that. But it's more about the fact that he doesn't want me to smoke around him.
Right.
And she's
Totally
like,
makes sense.
I made that promise. That's right. I did not expect to see you out here. Okay, I will stop. And she does it immediately. It's not something where she's like, oh, I like it though. No, she immediately does it.
Right. She understands how serious it is. And even at the same time, there was the acknowledgement within herself at some point along the way that I don't know if I can quit smoking entirely.
Right, exactly. And I think that's what's really cool here is that he gets upset seeing it. It puts him into like that defensive posture where he like kind of glared at her. Yeah. But she made I would say the actionable promise, which is I can't actually quit smoking, but I can stop doing it. Like I cannot do it when you're around.
And in fact, the very fact that she was, I'm guessing, walking like home from work, basically, she was getting her smoke out of the way before she got home, right? To be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna need a smoke after work. All right, let's do this on my way home. That way it'll be done.
And it'll last me the rest of the night or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or she has like a specific landing in their apartment or whatever, where she goes out there and then smokes to make sure that the smell doesn't even reside in the house. It's something that I really loved here. So next episode's going to be a hell of an ordeal.
God, yeah.
I really like how this mini arc of sorts seems to be going, but the fact that they're slowly also seeding in main plot stuff with Geto. I'm really excited because Geto as a character seems to be the one that's like I'm the real problem
Mhm.
because I'm the one that could theoretically be connected to higher ups in Jujutsu society in general, where things that we've just kind of accepted as that it happened, but the fact that that stuff with Yuji was manipulated in some way means that it doesn't have to be Geto, but Geto could be influential enough to have caused that stuff to happen with Yuji, where then Gojo has to do all this shenanigans in order to make sure that he can help Yuji in a safe environment without, eyes on him and stuff, and hence, bringing Nanami into everything here. So this could be the slow reintroduction of Yuji back into the main plot, because it's I thought I could, like Gojo's like, I thought I could keep you, disconnected from all that. But with this, however this goes, I guess I can't. So I might as well bring you back in and have at least, some of the other students around you to help when this kind of stuff comes up. Because the fact that Yuji is here alone, imagine if he had Nobara and Megami just to be like his support in this.
I'm glad he doesn't, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Emotionally wise, I know, but that's not my point. My point is plot wise, there's a problem about the fact that Yuji is alone here.
Yep.
Obviously, he's going to be able to connect better with Yoshino because he's alone.
But he's outnumbered 4-1 until then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens when Yuji finds out that his mom died. Because that...
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.